Shaheem Reed, the Rap on Wrestling Podcast. We're here with my man E. Will, Nick 816. Spiff TV is parts unknown right now doing his thing. Ari's gonna be jumping in soon. He's locked into the main event of TNA Bound for Glory. We're actually taping this episode while the TNA pay-per-view is going on, but we've been watching most of it. We unfortunately we had to jump on before the main event is over, but man oh man, fellas. Let's get right to TNA. We just saw the end of an era. The Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys. They're calling
Oh
it
yeah.
One Last Table. Um, Two of the greatest teams of the era. People will argue and say the Hardys are the greatest of all time. Some have a valid argument that say the Dudleys are the greatest of all time. But regardless, both of them are both Hall of Famers in multiple organizations, and they gave us the last match with the Hardys ultimately putting both of the Dudleys through the table in different instances in the match. E, what did you think?
I loved it. It was a good match. They you could this isn't 1999 anymore, so they were moving a little bit gingerly.
Yep.
But for nostalgia purposes, it was great. I was expecting to see a little bit more Spike Dudley, more than just in the beginning. Um, Silly me, I was hoping Lita would have popped out with the Hardys.
You know about
Uh,
that one. You know why Lita ain't coming out.
yeah, so but yeah, overall, man, it was great. Dudley's took the boots off, handing them over. End of an era. Salute to those guys, man.
Definitely the end of an era, for the Dudleys at least. When they lost the match, both of the Dudleys were down and out for a little bit. They gave the Hardys some time to play to the crowd and get all the flowers and accolades and the cheers from the TNA audience. And man, the emotion started flowing. Devon, he was taking out probably the spot of, well, not probably, definitely the spot of the night as far as that match is concerned. Vintage Hardys and Dudleys. They laid Devon out on two tables. Um, in the audience era, Jeff Hardy climbs to the top of the ladder. They had him one of those monster ladders that's 10,000 feet high. Jeff, he does vintage Jeff. He climbs all the way to the top. And as he's at the top, he gives a prayer. He's playing to the crowd. He has his arms extended. Um, and he just looks like the ultimate superstar slash. He even looked like a religious figure, man. And the people were just praising him. They would look, when I say religious figure, as he stood up over everyone, and he's praying to God, and then he extends his hands, and everybody is just looking up to him in such anticipation of what that man is going to do, even though we've seen it a million times, but it's never not exciting to see him do it. And he gave him the swanton off of the top. He didn't hit it flush though. I will say he didn't hit it flush on Devon, but he obviously he did enough to take Devon out for the rest of the match. And at the very end, Matt and Jeff, they cornered Bully Ray, aka Bubba Dudley. They cornered him, and Bully is out of energy, and he struggles to get to his feet, and he's just looking at them, much like how Ric Flair was looking at Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania in Orlando. Just come on, don't hold back. I'm gonna lose, but give me the dignity of taking me out like a man. And they gave him double slam through the table, and that was it. That was it. And it was pretty obvious that, I mean, Devon hasn't wrestled in quite some time. That was actually the Dudley's first match in TNA in 10 years. and that's the first time they wrestled the Hardy Boys, which that the last match they wrestled the Hardy Boys was 11 years ago in TNA. So these guys haven't been active in TNA in over a decade. And you know, we've heard about Devon having some medical problems, although, he looks great. He doesn't look wrestler great. He didn't look like,
Uh-huh.
man, he could do a 60-minute Iron Man match, but they was able to carry over the match. They hit Matt like in the first 30 seconds with the 3D, and put Jeff through the table in the first couple of minutes. They was cooking, and then the Hardys kind of settled in and locked in and eventually won. And I think it was dope that you know it felt like this was even watching it before the symbolic gesture unlacing their boots, it felt like, okay, this is probably going to be the Dudleys' last match. And lo and behold, when the Hardys are walking out the ring, both the Dudleys, they grabbed Matt and Jeff, pulled them to the center of the ring, and they start unlacing their boots, man. Start unlacing their boots, and they you know, handed both of the Hardys, each of the Dudleys, and handed each of the Hardys their boots, and that was it. That was it. That was it. The end of a career, hopefully, for the Dudleys. That was a great way for them to go out. Nick, what do you think the Dudleys' legacy is, and do you agree that they're top 10 of all time tag team, and where would you rank them in your top 10?
In my top 10, yeah, that's who I grew up with. The Hardys, the Dudleys. I always, me and my brother, man, would remember us, reenacting that shit all the time, man. The
What he
Devon,
say?
get the
Nikki, get
tables.
the table. Did you get the tables, or was you telling your brother to get the tables?
Right. I would tell my brother to get the tables, and then, man, that's right before something broke in the house and we got in trouble. So,
Mm.
um, man, legacy, yeah, man, they're Mount Rushmore for tag teams. I'd rank him at least in my top five, at least off my head. But it was a cool moment. I caught the end of the match, where they were unlacing the boots and everything. Um, yeah, man, that was yeah, kind of get you a little emotional. I was talking to you prior. I didn't know that Devon had wrestled on it, because I know, like you said, that he was having some medical issues. But like you said, he looked great. Um, Crazy, man. It was a cool ending, to just to moving forward, man. And it was cool.
I thought they did a great job of protecting Devon in the match. Like I said, Jeff didn't hit that swanton flush, but he hit him, just enough with his legs through Devon through the table, and we got the spots that we wanted in the match. Like, there's a few spots that we want in the when we see the Dudleys wrestling. We got them all. We got the what's up, grab the leg, headbutt to the crotch, pause. What's up, executed. We
Uh-huh.
got the 3D. We got the 3D right off the bat. And what does everybody
Yeah.
want to see? Devon get the table. And Devon doesn't they don't put him through the table every time, but just the anticipation of Devon going to get that table. I think I was the one, I'm trying to remember, but I think I was the one when me and Ari was in the house. I would have to go get the table. We didn't re we didn't really do too many tag teams because it's just me and Ari, so we didn't really have nobody to fight except each other. You know what I'm saying? So we
Yeah,
didn't have too many tag teams where we'd be the Dudleys, but I remember a couple of times we might have my cousin Tyree or something like that, and I would go get the table, and we throw Tyree through the table. But great send off. I'm gonna ask you the same question, man. Where would you rank the Dudleys? If this is their last match, and you looking back at their career, where would you rank them on your all-time list?
When it comes to the Dudleys, I'm extremely biased. ECW is my all-time favorite promotion, and my first ever ECW show, I got to see Gangsters versus the Dudleys. You know what I'm saying? So I have the
Mm.
memories of the promos, uh Big Paws, Big Dick Butt Dudley, Spike Dudley, Joel Gertner, everybody that was a part of the Dudley family, man. Like just memories of that. Even seeing
It was about
Bubba and
50 of
Dan.
them at one time, man. It
Yep.
was about 50
Um,
Dudleys, man. They was at their own Wu-Tang clan.
yep. And shout out to the quintessential stud muffin,
Yeah, I think
Joel Gertner. Um, After my first show, me and my grandfather, we went to Denny's where we saw the Dudley family eating together before they hit the road to the next town. Took pictures, autographs. I wish collecting was just as big now as it was before, but I would have saved all of that stuff. But shout out to the Dudleys,
Hell yeah.
man. For me, top five tag team of all time. Um, yeah, man. I think my top five might be Dudleys, Hardy's, Harlem Heat, Road Warriors, and the Steiner brothers might be my top five. So um
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out. Oh yeah. And Edge and Christian right at number six. I'll put them really high as well. Um but shout out to the Dudleys, man. Great career. I enjoyed every phase. I got to see them live at TNA. I got to see them live WWE and ECW. So I'm extremely grateful for that.
Hell yeah. I remember seeing them here in San Antonio, like when I was like 9, on a Monday Night Raw. So crazy, man. It's just crazy to see where from there to now. And the response that they even got today was awesome.
Like I was thinking too, that's a 25-year run just on, WWE to TNA to where they are now. And like I pretty much was grew up with them. They damn near uncles to me. You know what I'm saying? To a lot of us because this we were tuned
Yeah,
in
they
every
low
week.
key raised us.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Like there's no reason I should have been up at 2 in the morning on a school night watching ECW shows. Cause that's and in Jersey used to come on the
I
MSG
forgot
network
he that
at
used to
like
come.
2 in the morning.
It used to come on that late.
And it used to be uncensored at 2 in the morning. So this predates BET Uncut and all of that. So the cursing, all the Francine stuff, all of that wild uncut, yo. But
Oh,
shout out to the
good times.
I'm telling you, man, shout out to ECW, shout out to the Dudley
I ain't
boys.
gonna lie, I
Um,
had a crush on Francine when I was little.
bruh, her and Beulah McGillicuddy, man. The ECW women were crazy, but to the Dudley boys,
Wow.
thank you. Job well done, you know.
Just an update on TNA. Um, Trick Williams is beating the hell out of Santana, man. He's beating the hell out that boy. Santana's bloody. He's a bloody mess. His daughter is ringside. Trick is antagonizing his little daughter ringside. She looks to be about 10 or 12 years old. Trick is beating the hell out this man. He's a bloody mess, but looks like he's coming back. He has a comeback that's going on right now, but it's
Okay,
great.
okay.
I love to see Trick Williams doing this thing. As far as me, when I think about the Dudleys, if we're gonna go to yeah, if when I think about the Dudleys and we're gonna go to Mount Rushmore, um, I think my Mount Rushmore has to be, and it's changed, but the British Bulldogs is absolutely my favorite tag team ever. But I can't put them on the Mount Rushmore because they didn't have that long of a run. Um,
Yeah.
you got to have the Hardys. You got to have the Steiners. For me,
Yeah.
Hawk and Animal set the trend. When I think about just legitimately, um, about just getting in the ring and fighting, I can't think of many people other than other than the Steiners. I can't think of any other team that could go toe to toe with the Road Warriors, and I've seen it. You know, that's the only
And
reason
they had
I've
some
seen the
great
Steiners
battles.
in their prime, and they have some great battles. So I gotta go Steiners. I gotta go Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. Um, I gotta go the Hardys. The longevity that they have, like when you look at them tonight and you see them in the ring, these guys they were out. You know, they were out the same time as the Dudleys. Obviously, these guys are from the same era,
Yep.
and the Hardys
Yep.
they look like they could still go another few years, man. Like these guys, you know, Jeff is still doing the Swanton, and you know, when I think about the fourth, I love the Hart Foundation. I love you know, On and Tully, the Rockers. Um, it's a lot of great tag teams, obviously, but I think you gotta put the Dudley Boys at that four as well. I mean,
Yeah.
Harlem Heat has a legitimate fight too, but the Dudleys, the longevity, we over 25 years, you know, 99, so we over 25 years, and you know, the impact that Dudleys have with the table, like every hardcore match, every street fight, you know, we even saw it with Crown Jewel. Everybody yells when it's no disqualification. What does every fan in the audience yell? We want tables. We want tables. And that's, you know,
Yep.
that's a direct descendant to Bubba and Devon. So big up to them. It was dope to see Spike, aka Runt Dudley, and man, TNA has some good matches. E Will, Javon,
Yeah.
and Slater. Come on, E Will.
They tore the
There
house
was a
down, man.
match.
They tore the ending pissed me off so bad, but they tore the house down,
Well,
man.
your joint is
Oh
going
man.
out, E.
Yeah, my joint messing up.
Nick, please, please blur my cup out, and I'll try not to drink as much, but please, I can't be seen with no Atlanta Braves cup, man. I just grabbed the first thing because I'm
Man,
packing. I'm in the process of moving and I'm packing up, so I just grabbed the first
no
cup that I
Mets.
saw.
Man, I feel that's like me drinking out of a CM Punk cup, so I understand.
Yo, I just grabbed the thing that was just left out because I was about to throw this away.
Yeah.
You know, all my cups is packed up. But you know what's so crazy though? I'm so superstitious. I have a Hawks popcorn bucket that's really nice, and I have this Atlanta Braves cup, and I will not eat or drink from either one during the season because I don't want to jinx my teams. Like I keep
There you
them
go.
tucked to after the season is over. So I don't want to jinx
Dedication.
my team. But yeah, please blur that out. I can't let the people see me drinking on Atlanta Braves. So all right, so E, let's take that one from the top. So E, this TNA bound for glory. So E, this TNA bound for glory has been really dope. The system against what is it the what's the
I
four
don't
guys,
even
man?
I can't remember their names. I'm not too
God
familiar
damn it.
with the four guys. I know the system though. but the other guys. But yeah, that was a good match too, though.
Let me just pull their names up so we don't look crazy. Oh, Santana, hold up. We have late breaking news. We have a new champion, Mike Santana, has done the
That
impossible,
that makes
and
my
he
soul
has.
extremely.
There you go. Shout out to the Puerto Ricans and all
And
the Dominicans, all the Latinos.
Boricuas.
There you go.
wait, hold
Yo,
up.
That's big.
What the hell?
Wait,
Wait a minute.
no, something happened.
Nick
Wait, we're trying.
Nemeth. Nick Nemeth.
Yeah.
He won the gauntlet earlier. He has come to. Oh, Nick Nemeth came to the ring to cash in the gauntlet, but now everything is gone black. Everything is black. We don't know what's going on. Nick came to cash in, and Elias, bow. Elias just knocked out Nick Nemeth with the guitar, laid him out. Mike Santana, you're gonna keep the belt tonight. And he gives him a tip of the cap. Now Kazarian's in the ring. The other winner of the Call Your Sean Gauntlet. But he's got a long way to go to get there. He's trying. It's a lot of chaos going. He spin the block with the clothesline. Kazarian's out. Now they're playing the music. So there you have it.
yeah, I
Mike
can't wait to watch
Santana
that
conquered.
highlight back.
Mike Santana conquered all. He's the new TNA champion. He pinned Trick Williams cleanly in the center of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Santana's daughter just came in the ring. She looks to be about 10 years old, 12 years old. She has a vest on. I kind of figured that he was gonna win though. Like once I saw his daughter ringside, you don't really see her ringside like that. This might have been the first time she's ringside, and Trick Williams just was beating the hell out this man earlier. So I was like, as much
Yeah,
as Trick was beating this guy up, it's gonna be some type of a comeback. He has to have some type of a comeback. But he won the match, and now he just presented his daughter with the belt. She's crying. He is like kneeling at her feet. It's a beautiful moment, guys. He's on his knees in the center of the ring, kneeling at his daughter's feet. She just gave him a high five. They're hugging now, and Mike Santana, the TNA champion. That's dope. So he's gonna rep E. How far?
yeah,
Just to give some perspective, how far has Mike Santana come from tag team champion, being with Jericho and those guys, and now TNA World Heavyweight Champion?
yeah, man. Like from proud and
And he did it for
powerful
New York
to
City too. Big up the NYC. He did it for the city too.
oh yeah, yeah. He went through a lot, man. He left AEW. When we were in when we went to Fourth Road show down here in Atlanta, and we was backstage. I was talking with him, and I was like, "What made you want to, leave AEW?" And he was saying, he was like, "I love being in a tag team, but that that I could do this solo." And that was the goal from the beginning. Like that's why he signed. That he felt like he elevated himself to that. He bet on himself and it won. And it was a great thing. Man, shout out to him, man. So when he signed to TNA, the way they presented him, I knew uh, this is where he was going to be, the main event area. He came right in and approached the top guy and been doing this thing, man. He's been repping well in the invasion with NXT. Again, I'm just super happy. I've seen him when in the LAX days. I got to see him live. I got to see him in AEW. It's just dope, man. Shout out to Santana, man. He came a long way. And you know, when he was in AEW, one of the reasons he left, he was dealing with substance abuse. Uh, and his father passed too. And that changed his perspective and the way he moved with a lot of different things. So, you know, shout out to him for overcoming the odds and just being him, man. Shout out to Santana, man. You will be my background next episode. Our picture from Fourth Rope will be the background. You know what I think it was? I think it was the period when all of the top star, like they were missing. If you have 10 top stars, maybe 6 of them were gone. So you seen a lot more like the Dark Order and a lot more people didn't, and they were trying their best. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't have anybody because everybody was
Right.
injured or dealing with visa issues and couldn't travel. You know what I'm saying? So it
Shit.
was
Yeah,
it
I
was
remember the
rough,
whole
man.
stadium singing Judas, bro. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But eventually, man, they leaned on Jericho too much, and he needed this break. When he come back,
they did.
he's gonna come with a new persona, he's gonna look great,
Yeah.
and he's coming back as a face because I think this
Is he
might be
coming back
a
though?
final run for him.
I
Is
love
he
Yeah,
that
is he
Judas. I
coming
love
back?
that Judas record though, bro. That's like
I
one of my
think
favorite
so.
records.
He's not. You
I
don't think
think
he's going
so.
to WWE?
Nah,
I would think. I don't know. I mean, isn't he talks about it a lot? But I don't know. I could be wrong.
Chris Jericho
I would
is
like to
I
see it.
just don't see what else.
he's
I don't.
still
I don't see what else he has to do in AEW. Like what
there's
else
not
does he
enough for
have
him
to
to do
do
in
in
WWE.
AEW?
But what does them do in WWE? All he gonna do is go
Yeah,
back
he
and
he
get a
he, he
Legends
doing
deal
nostalgia
and
run. Like
sit front row in
we
shows and
got to see
wave.
him. We got to see. Nah, he'll get in
Oh,
the
they
ring.
might let
I
him
think he
wrestle. They
could be
might
a
let him wrestle.
fantastic manager to
Mm.
some of these guys too. He's gonna wrestle. I mean, he could do. I think he has a great nostalgia run in him. I think
But see,
Jericho
he's
and Seth
also
Rollins will be great. Jericho and Punk again will be great. Jericho and AJ Styles will be great. Jericho and
everybody
Sammy
wants
will be
this.
great.
Everybody wants that, right? But if we feel the way we feel about how TKO is running things, don't you think they see that too? He's already getting paid one of the top ones in the company. I don't see him leaving that. I can see him working on a relationship and trying to build some kind of bridge or working relationship. I can see that, but I don't
I
see
mean,
him
if
going
if
back.
I mean
Maybe
if money is the factor, he might get you know he might take the money, but he might Jericho might say, God damn, I want to do a WrestleMania in Vegas. I want to do a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. I want one last run with doing these big giant stadiums. I want to see what what
I
I could do
mean,
over there. They're not
he
just gonna
did all
treat
that
Jericho
already.
just like some regular dude. Like,
Nah, he
I mean, he
headline
might
Mania
want to do it one
already.
last
He
time,
pretty
man. A lot of people like the one
and
last run. And Jericho,
and what the
he's gonna get the proper treatment in WWE. Like he's somebody who commands it. He's somebody that demands it, and he's gonna get it. The fans not gonna let them put Jericho on the back burner. He's gonna be. I ain't gonna say he's gonna be main eventing every night, but Jericho got a good run with him and Seth Rollins. Will have a very fun feud, that could do a couple of months. You know, him and Cena,
So
if he
what's
gets
the
before
difference?
the year's over,
What's
him and Cena, him and Sami Zayn.
what's the difference
There's a few
now?
people I like to see. You
It's
know,
not.
him and CM Punk again. You know, him and
But see, that's
Cody.
the thing. You know, I was thinking too. Jericho is a day one AEW person. He might have ownership in the company, and we just don't talk about it. You know, it's a lot of different factors. You know what I'm saying? He might like the schedule. Uh, you know, not everybody wants to eat McDonald's every day. That's how I see it. I think he
Oh
likes
God
when he
damn!
runs in the indies.
Do they gotta be McDonald's? God damn!
McDonald's is everywhere. Isn't WWE number one?
for being
McDonald's
in
is number one. So
Okay,
there they go, man. You know? So
okay.
that it's either McDonald's or Disney. It's either one or the other. You know what I'm saying? But no, I do think Jericho likes the freedom. If you go to WWE, he's not gonna be able to do his cruise anymore. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of different factors. You know what I'm saying? So he probably he ain't gonna be in any more Terrifier movies, or he gonna have to do Marine number part 8. You know, it's gonna be a little bit different.
God forbid he doesn't do another Terrifier movie and get disemboweled in 30 seconds. God forbid he doesn't get to be in Terrifier part. Jesus Christ,
I forgot
Terrifier.
the name of the other horror movie with the wrestling. The horror movie he
Oh,
did
and
too.
they was yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Big matter of
Oh man,
fact
that was
though,
funny.
big
But
up to
no,
Terrifier.
if he
Crazy.
honestly, I want him to go wherever makes him go. Like makes him happy. You know what I'm saying? If he wants, I can see him doing the WWE thing. Like, let's say he don't want to. If he's done wrestling like full time, and he's like, all right, I gave all I can give, then I can see him going to WWE and doing the last run.
My whole thing is I just don't see any new people in there for him to fight Bobby Lashley.
It's a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
people. It's a lot of people.
We'll get
I
back
want to
to
see
Jericho.
Jericho and Ace Austin too. Jericho, Ace Austin, Bullet Club it's about to be on fire, right? It's about to be good. And that's without Swerve and Osprey, man. You know, getting their
What
surgeries, man.
we're gonna reconvene on Jericho. We're gonna reconvene. We got a
Yeah,
fourth. We got our fourth member that just joined us, fresh off watching that TNA
yeah.
Bound for Glory. Y'all know him as Ari. Y'all know
Yo,
him as the Oracle. What's
What
up,
up,
loved
Ari?
one?
what's going on? What's happening? What's happening?
What's up, man? You got to tell us about that main event. I was catching a little nips and pieces of it, but we have a new TNA champion.
Yeah, Mike Santana. Well, congrats, man. Congrats to Mike Santana. He did it. All of Puerto Rico was behind him. Crowd was going crazy. Uh, Trick was beating him down, man. Trick bloodied him. So he really earned that belt, man. He was bleeding all over the ring. So it was a good match overall. They had a real street fight before the match even started. So it was good, man. Nice little feeling at the end of the match, you know?
How did what was the move that he did to win the belt? How did he take it?
He did his finisher moves, man. He had a set of moves that he did. Um, I thought Trick was gonna steal it. I thought Trick was gonna steal the match, but Mike Santana pulled it off. It was good. It was a good match, man. I didn't expect it to be really that good, but it was a good match.
That's dope, man. Because I was catching little bits and pieces of it while we was talking, and Trick had his white shorts on, and I was like, damn, he got all that blood on his shorts. What's going on? But then I was like, oh, he didn't bloody Mike Santana. That ain't Trick's blood. That's Santana.
Yeah, they kind of stopped the match without stopping the match. So I don't know if it was intentional for Mike to bleed that much, but yeah, he was leaking, man.
All right, when you look back on this run that Trick Williams has had as TNA champion. What's your thoughts, man?
I love Trick, man. I'm ready to see what he's going to do on the main roster, but
Mm-hmm.
just to see the development from him being a sidekick of Carmelo, stepping out on his own and then really coming into his own is great. Um, I wish Booker T could sing his music every time he comes out. You know what I'm saying? That just adds more to his theme song. But yeah, I think Trick is ready for the main roster, man. I'm excited to see what's next for him.
I agree with you, man. I think it's time. I think it's time. Um, Carmelo is now a good guy, so to speak. I mean, right? He got jumped by the Miz, so Carmelo and Miz will have a nice little run, and maybe on the finish, the go home of their feud, to end the year, Trick Williams comes out and costs Carmelo a match. Or if Miz gets some help, maybe Trick comes and help him. But I would say we're out in October, right before Halloween. Um, I say Trick might they might save him for Royal Rumble though. What do y'all think about that? Saving Trick for Royal Rumble and just let him finish the year off in TNA. I mean in NXT.
I
I
mean,
think he needs.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, but that's me. We already know Trick. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather Royal Rumble have surprises like a Chris Jericho come out, walls break down. You know what I'm saying? Break the walls down. I think Trick can come now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think he come now.
Okay.
What you saying, E?
Yeah, I think he need one more match in NXT. You know what I mean, and then go up so he can say his goodbyes to the home crowd. But yeah, one more match there, and then that's it. Probably Javon Evans sent him packing.
Hmm. I think that I think he deserves a shot at Ricky Saints. I think maybe that's a match that he doesn't win, but I think he gets a title match against Ricky. Ricky has one more big win under his belt to say that he beat Oba and Trick within a matter of months. So I think it might be. And then it's a rubber match too. You got to have he's beat Santana once. Santana's beat him one time, so they got to have a rubber match. Maybe the rubber match. Um, I
On
don't know. I don't
NXT.
know when the rubber match would be, but
They
they
got any
they would have to have
specialty
one more
NXT
match.
shows coming up?
Yeah, they got a few. They're gonna close the year strong, so maybe it's
Yeah.
maybe that's that, but we'll see. Ari, what did you think of Hardy's versus the Dudleys? It looks like it's gonna be the last time that the Dudleys are in the ring. The symbolic gesture, handing their boots over to the Hardys.
I have mixed emotions on it, but overall, I think it was just a heartfelt moment. If you don't focus on the wrestling of the match and just the overall, feeling of the match, and I think it was good. Jeff is still crazy, man. Jeff is still crazy, still doing those same moves. The fans was behind it, so I thought it was a really good moment. Spike came out in the beginning. That was crazy. So yeah, it was a nice little good match, man. Not too many good wrestling moves, I would say, but a good match overall.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, it's Demon's had some health issues. I'm shocked that they even had a match, but thank the Lord that Devon was healthy enough to fight a match, and it looked like real tears, man. And oddly enough, It
He
looked
took
like
some bumps too. He
yeah,
took bumps in the match.
he took some bumps. He took the swanton. You know, it's like goddamn from the ladder. So
he took bumps.
big up to him, man. But I was gonna say, oddly enough, it looked like the one who was the most emotional was Jeff. Jeff was like he was really crying, man. It really touched his soul and touched his heart. That is the end of an era, man. End of an era.
We looking at a different man with
Ari,
Jeff
where do
Hardy,
you
man.
Jeff has been through a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Been through a lot.
He's powered by
yeah.
he's powered by God now. He just became a born again Christian, so he probably got a whole new lease on life right now.
I love it, man. Like I think Jeff, when it's all said and done, I mean, even right now, Jeff is one of the most loved wrestlers of all time. He just has something about him that just the connection, you know. It's just I was talking about earlier when he climbed on top of the ladder before he did the swanton into the tables in Devon, how he just looks like this religious figure just with his arms extended and everybody just looking up to him, and he's doing his prayer to God, you know, and you know, because he's like, man, don't let this be the last time I do a swanton, because the guy is jumping from such heights, and it's just something about him that you want to cheer for him and root him on. We've seen Jeff literally come to the ring inebriated, man. Um, enhanced and not for the better. And he's disappointed us, but we've always loved the guy, man. Whether he's doing right or doing bad, and when he's doing bad, of course, we want him to get better. But I'm just so happy for him that you know his life he got his life together. He's doing well. Ari, we always saying that now that it's over for the Dudleys, and they obviously had a fantastic career in the Hall of Fame already. Where do you rank them on your list of top tag teams?
Dudley boys. I mean, the clear answer is top 10. I would have to really dive in and look in if they top 5 team for me, personally, but easily a top 10 tag team of all time, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. Great careers, great legacy. I got cut off earlier, but I was gonna say, and anybody jump in, but I thought that the two guys that stole the show tonight was Javon and Leon Slater, man. Those guys. Like when they were did you see when they was running to the ring, running to the ropes, they were jumping into the ropes and getting that extra spring and that extra momentum and doing all these moves. It's like watching those two wrestle reminded me of me and Ari as little kids just wrestling in the house, jumping on the bed, jumping off the mattress. Like there was no boundaries. They was having fun and just making up moves and things as they go. And these are stuff that we was doing as kids, but these are things that both of these guys have perfected as an adult. And I'm looking at this match, and this is my favorite matchup in wrestling right now. To see these two guys go, I could watch 10 more matches of these guys. That's so amazing. What'd you think of the match, Ari?
Yeah, I didn't get to see the whole match, but I definitely will go back and look at the match overall. But just those two are very exciting. So I'm intrigued to see the match. I was listening to what he was saying about it, so I'm intrigued by it.
You saw the two of them fight years ago, and you know they still going at it. What? Tell me about your take on the matchup.
For me, it's pretty amazing because like I've seen them both on the indies, and it's why I love the indies so much, man. You get to see a lot of these guys on the come up and see who can potentially be the next big star. And, to see these guys, they was just as incredible then as they are now. It's just a lot of talent out here, man. And I think Javon made the right choice signing with WWE. I can tell that at least Shawn Michael believes in him. He put on a hell of a show against Sami Zayn on SmackDown. Um, he's killing it right now. So only thing missing from him is some gold, and that's in the near future for him. So
Yeah, Javon is he's the king of the false finishes, man. Like this dude, he'll hit you with everything, including the kitchen sink, and just get a 2.5 count. There was a few times during this match where I was like, okay, he's finally going to get the belt. But the only thing I could think of, sometimes it gets a little frustrating because I'm like, damn, I want the guy to win. But I see the buildup. Like they're taking their time with Javon because when he does win, it's gonna be so insane, like finally, over the top. But he puts on these quality matches. Um, that's an understatement. Let me not just say quality matches. He puts on matches that steal the show every time. It doesn't matter if he's fighting somebody 5 times his size like Obafemi. It doesn't matter if he's fighting another high flyer like Slater. It doesn't matter if he's fighting just a great all around technician like Sami Zayn. It's the match of the night to me every time he steps in the ring. Um, but he is the king of the near falls. A couple of just highlights of the match I want to shout out is um he hit him with back-to-back OG cutters. He went for an OG cutter and Slater kicked him right in the back. I said, God damn. The splat the when Javon gave Slater the Spanish fly off the top rope in overtime, that was bonkers. So the match, it went to a 20-minute draw. Both of these guys gave it all they had. We didn't know who was gonna win, who was gonna lose. It was 20-minute draw. Then E. Will's favorite faction of all time comes out. Um, the guys you've been wanting to see. Dark State comes out and ruins the match.
I wish they pushed that much effort into Retribution as they did as they are into Dark State, because I don't know what I so if we were talking start ratings for the match, it would have to be a 4.5, and it was a 5-star match until the lights went out and everything just come on, man. That was so TNA in the mid 2000s, man. That was so bad, dude.
Yeah, I didn't get it. The only thing I could think of is that they want to keep both of these guys looking strong. I wouldn't want to see a decisive winner, but at the end of the day, like I said, I could watch these guys 10 more times. Like that's how great it is, and they got a long lasting chemistry. They've been fighting each other for years. I think this really has the opportunity to be a Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair type of feud for the ages, where it's just like, you know, they'll fight a couple of times every year, and every match is just gonna be like damn near classic. So we'll see. And both of these fellas are young, and it's just really dope to see two young black men, um, not even at the top of their game, but at the top of the game, doing it. So big up to those guys. Um, all right, let's get right into Crown Jewel. Great show in my opinion. Saturday morning. I don't think I've been up 8 o'clock on Saturday in a long time. I used to get up at 8 o'clock to watch Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and Super Friends and you know all of that type of stuff. The Smurfs and those are some great times. Get you a nice bowl of cereal, some Apple Jacks, and watch the shows or something like that. But Crown Jewel from Perth, Australia, started at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. Big up to my mother and big up to Ari's mother. She was calling me at 7:45 on deck. I haven't seen my mother up that early in a long time. She was on deck ready to go. She's so amped up. So I love that. And she was excited. We had some problems. This ESPN thing. They made it so complicated, man. It's just like I had to watch it on Fire Stick, and I have ESPN. I have the subscription, but these guys make it so complicated and just frustrated me. But that's a whole nother story. Um, let's start with AJ Styles and John Cena. I, beautiful, beautiful. I got so emotional when John Cena gave the Sister Abigail to AJ Styles, and then he looked up in the sky, and then all of the fireflies came out throughout the arena, and they showed the whole arena lit up. It got me so emotional. It was such a beautiful moment. It was such a beautiful match from the very beginning when John Cena comes out and he's taking the camera from the cameraman, like, look, I'm gonna do your job for a few seconds, and look on his face, and he's so happy, and it's such a big difference from the heel John Cena, and it's like, damn, I wish he never would have turned heel. You know, more and more you think about it like, damn, it was a fantastic moment, but just to see the unbridled joy in his face as he comes to the ring, and the sea of the yellow shirts, it reminded me of going to the Wu-Tang Clan concert a few months ago in Madison Square Garden, where the whole arena just has these Wu shirts on, you know, with the with the yellow, and it's a sea of yellow shirts, and everybody is giving love to John Cena, and then they do this great intro. John Cena gives the paper to the ring announcer, and she gives a equally even better, I should say, intro for AJ Styles than she gave to John Cena, where she's mentioning TNA, she's mentioning the Bullet Club. When even AJ, when she said the Bullet Club, you saw his face. He was like, "Oh, they going there? They okay? It's like that." So it was a dope send off to AJ as much as it was to John Cena, and these guys, AJ Styles made it official. He said that in 2026 he's retiring from WWE, so 2026 is going to be his last year. So we getting a retirement tour from John this year. Next year we get AJ. And they left nothing in the ring, man. They gave it all. They went all out. It was beautiful. So many moves that they did from other wrestlers that they fought and paid tribute to. Ari, you got to tell me what's going through your mind as you're watching this match and seeing these guys put on a classic at this stage in their career. At least I thought it was a classic. Did you think it was a classic?
I wouldn't go that far and say a classic, but another heartfelt moment. It was good. It's always good to see John Cena perform and have fun while he's in the ring. I love seeing AJ Styles go back to wearing some of the old gear.
Hmm.
Uh, I thought he was gonna cut his hair, cut his beard for a minute.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm
God,
saying?
that would have.
Going back to the old
Oh
school.
man,
I
that
was
would have
like,
been
damn, he
nuts.
had the little chain on. So, I definitely didn't expect it to be as good of a match as it was. So I definitely appreciate that. Seeing John Cena do the tombstone, I was just like,
Woo,
damn, that's crazy. John Cena was
woo.
doing a whole lot of stuff in that match. That was crazy. Um, it was to me, it was the match on the card. It was the best match on the card. But then that Cody and Seth match, which I know we'll get into later, I think that kind of stole it for me as the match of the night. But Cena and AJ was right up there, man, right up there. It did not disappoint.
Yeah, I think out of all of the moves that Cena did, it was great to see him do the choke slam, but when he did the tombstone pile driver, when AJ gave Cena the high body to cross, Cena does this patented roll up. We've seen him do it many times where he catches AJ, rolls back, roll through, I should say, catches AJ and he's holding him in his arms. And we've seen him do this many times. He hoists the guy up, his opponent, and for the AA, for the FU, for the AA, however you want to say it. But this time he hoisted him up in a tombstone pile driver, and then once he laid him out, he grabbed him by the arm and then gave him the AA. Incredible ending. Will, give me your thoughts on AJ versus Cena.
Yeah, it was definitely match of the night for me. I enjoyed it for the sentimental reasons. The wrestling was cool. It was borderline classic. It was up there. It was definitely a great last match between the two of them. And like Ari said, he had the old gear on, even the choker. That made me happy. I'm not sure if he came out to his TNA music or the regular music. Um, but also I want to shout out John Cena for being classy. Giving that paper to Alicia Taylor and she doing a special announcement. The name drop Bullet Club. It was a good moment right there. That was probably my
Yeah.
favorite part of the whole
Nah, it was
match.
dope, man. I'm just shout out a couple of the moves. John Cena went for the Rolls of Jericho. He did the Acolyte from Rusev. Um, he tried to do AJ's calf crusher, which was funny. He set him up. Cena set AJ up for the pedigree, but AJ kicked out. The Angel Wings. AJ Styles did the Angel Wings. John Cena did the Randy Orton DDT from the second rope, which was dope. He gave AJ Styles the RKO as well, and he had just the biggest smile on his face after he did the RKO. And one of my favorite out of all of that, I got a big kick out of seeing AJ Styles hit John Cena with some sweet chin music because we've always I think that we got to do an episode about this. What's the match that we've always wanted to see, but we've never seen and we'll probably never see? Um, always wanted to see AJ. That's got to be my like top two, top three matches. I've always wanted to see AJ against Shawn Michaels, but the closest that we got is him doing Sweet Chin Music of John Cena. But big up to both of
Yeah.
those guys. It was love. The show started off with not the New York street fight, not the Harlem street fight, not the Chicago street fight, but the Australia street fight. Big Bronson Reed getting the biggest win of his career. Only the second man in 6 years to pin Roman Reigns. You got to thank Jay Uso for that. Jay Uso with the miscue, hitting his cousin with a spear through the table. 1, 2, 3. After the tsunami, and then we saw some dissension in the ranks with the bloodline once again. Ari, what did from your memory tell the people what Roman told Jay and Jimmy?
Um, Roman is crazy, man. Roman is crazy. Telling them I don't want to see you until Christmas. I was like, damn, my man has skipped the whole holiday. You know what I'm saying? We only
Yeah.
in the month of October, so you know, he didn't scratch WarGames. He don't want to see him for Thanksgiving. I was like, damn, Roman, that's cold. That's cold blooded. But he told him he didn't want help. So it's like on one end, you have Paul Heyman telling the Brawnies, like, yo, Seth gotta do this on his own. even if he throw up hand signs or, you know what I mean, we not helping. And then you have Roman on the other side where he's saying, yo, do not come to help me. And they came to help and messed them up. So hopefully we're just getting into pre-war games, and we will see them together in the month of November, because that's crazy. That's crazy.
Till Chris, I don't want to see you till Christmas.
That's the funniest line. That's the funniest line of the year. He's like, I love you. I don't want to see you till Christmas. Like, yo. That was crazy. That was hilarious. Jay was pissed, man. It's funny because it seemed like Jay and Roman have figured out this type of synergy. You know, he's listening to Roman. You know, he had been listening to Roman up until this point and taking advice. Roman was almost like his wise man. You know, Roman is giving him all type of advice. Jay listening. You know, he got his ear. Jay's peeping game, and now he's like, see, I told you, Roman gonna do him. He's always gonna do him. And then he just told Jimmy, yo, I'm out. So he's pissed off. So damn. So are the Usos gonna stop tagging? I don't know, but the vision has caused division with the bloodline, and they coming up smelling roses. E, did you want to say anything about Roman and the bloodline?
Yeah, the big takeaway I got from this match is that Roman, it ain't about the family, because when he lost, when he disappears for long periods of time, they still eating. You know what I'm saying? Jay merch still up. They still feeding the family. So it's more about him and his ego, and Jimmy trying to prevent Jay from going that route. Because for Roman, it don't seem like he changed. Like he did say he's still the tribal chief. Nothing changed, but I mean, he doesn't care that I don't think he cares as much about the family as he says he does, and that's what I got from this. So, and one more
Well,
thing, in the
yeah.
street, fight, man, yo, never wear your diaper with the straps. Bronson should have had on some jeans or some sweats and something. He had on the one piece, man, in a street fight. That was nuts, man. That really bothers
I
me in
got
street
Stall
fights,
Bronson
yo.
out, man.
Like, I hate that.
Stall Bronson
Put
out,
on some
B.
street gear and fight, man.
Stall him out, B.
What was you gonna say,
He say
Ari?
he want to let his thighs. He want to let his thighs out, man. Let's stall him out, B. Yeah, he say he want to let.
Nick, we gotta look into seeing what else we could do other than Riverside, man. This Riverside is shit is the worst.
Yeah.
Like
It's just,
how do you put the
yeah.
audio out when you do the audio?
Well, I mean, I hadn't even got A King was supposed to holler at me, and he never hit me on how to do it. So I don't even know how to do it yet.
Oh, I
He
thought
was
I,
supposed to
I
hit me
thought
and
y'all
tell
spoke
me.
about putting the audio out.
He said he was gonna call me the next day, and he never called me. And then I hit him again, and he never hit me back. So
All right, we gotta track him down.
yeah, I've tried, man. I've tried multiple times.
I'll keep on it too. But even on YouTube, I think it's a way that you could read it and.
Yeah, once I figure it out, I just don't know like if there's like a specific like the login information to where to upload it. That's where I'm not sure.
All right, we'll track A King. All right, what was you saying?
Oh no, I was just saying, you got Stall Bronson out, man. Let him have his thighs out, B. That's how he like to
Nah,
wrestle, man. Stall him out, Nick. God
He was
damn.
back home feeling sexy.
He like that. He like that breeze.
Oh
Hey, man.
man.
I would rather him wear some pants too, but you know, It is what it is, man. It could be worse.
Bronson
He
King.
could have had the Rikishi on.
Bronson King.
He could have the Rikishi.
True. True.
Hey, he came to the ring with a Nike check, some Jordans, and a Pooh Shiesty, man. That would have been lit.
Dang.
Nah, he saw him. He's feeling sexy, but he got to do his thing.
Yeah. I do think though.
All right, you said Oh, go ahead.
Dude, what do y'all think about this create a problem in the dynamic in the vision? Because everybody has Bronson as the next one. I mean Braun as the next one, but Bronson beat Roman, he beat Cody, he beat Seth. Like he's the one beating all the big people. So I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna play a part in possibly Braun turning face or showing jealousy and I don't know. But I'm interested to see what that dynamic is.
I think right now, Braun Breaker's just happy beating people up, man. This guy, he's turning into the bully. The spear is, to me, that's my favorite move right now in wrestling. The Braun Breaker spear, not just the spear, but the Braun Breaker spear is my favorite move in wrestling. Other than RKO is still top shotter, is still my favorite. But I think Braun is just enjoying beating. Braun Breaker is just enjoying beating people up. He genuinely looked happy to see Bronson Reed win, and I think that when Seth had that injury, it actually gave the Bronze a chance to come together, and it seemed like they've bonded, not just on screen, and what we've seen, the destruction that they've done. Now remember, because they've been fighting in a lot of tag team matches. They had the tag team match at SummerSlam. They've been fighting the Usos, and they beat the Usos too. They beat the Usos. So it just looks like those guys are bonding on camera, and I'm sure they're probably bonding off camera as well. What we're not seeing. So I think they're happy that these guys are dominant, and Paul Heyman does such a great job of not just when it's one-on-one. Paul, what makes him such a great asset is that he's fantastic when it comes to managing these egos and massaging the egos and speaking sense into people and giving his own Paul Heyman spin. And they trust him. He has a way of just getting up to these people, and they trust in his word. And I think Paul Heyman, his ultimate vision is for Braun Breaker, his ultimate vision is for Braun Breaker on one show to be world champion and Bronson Reed on another show to be world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
He'll be the first manager ever to have two champions on two different shows. Now, where that puts Seth, I don't know, because he kind of was giving Seth the business. He was telling Seth, you're on your own. You got to prove something. And even during the PLE, like Ari pointed out, he said, hey, if Seth gets on top of the top of the ropes and he's screaming to the mountaintop, we need some help. I need some help. No way. No way. He has to do it on his own. So I think that I don't know. I think Ron Breaker definitely has elevated himself as elite now. A new superstar has I mean, when he was fighting Roman one-on-one, I said he's there. Just the fact that he has a one-on-one match with Roman, I think he's there. So, all right, what do you think about how this elevated his status, Bronson Reed?
Yeah, I mean, he's elevated. A win over Roman, that says a lot by itself, but got to get some gold, my brother. Got got to get some hardware. So if he don't have no gold, he might as well keep those sneakers around his neck. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just want to see what's next. Like, is it him going after Cody? Like, what is next for Bronson? That's what I want to see.
I think he deserves a title shot against Cody. I feel like he does. You know, regardless if he wins or not. I think beating Roman, you know, that's damn near like winning the Royal Rumble, man. You gotta. I mean, obviously you ain't gonna main event WrestleMania just off pinning Roman, but you should get you a title match. You should get a title, and I think the Bronze are due for a tag team title match. I think you know the Bronze against the Judgment Day is due. You know, the Bronze they fight in tag team matches damn near every week anyway, so they might as well be defending tag team champions because Judgment Day don't even defend their belts like that. So I think that's the next step.
I don't think TKO likes tag teams at all. I don't feel like I feel like on both brands the tag teams are being held back so crazy. It's wild. It's wild to me.
Yeah, and you know it's a shame because I grew up when tag teams were such a and you obviously everybody on here we grew up as fans of tag teams when we just was talking about our favorite tag teams of all time and the Rockers and Bolsheviks and everybody, man. Like we remember when tag teams was such a rich part of the program. Ari, you said your match of the night though was the men's crown jewel match, Cody against Seth. Tell us about your analysis of that one.
Cody versus Seth, man. Best of the best in WWE, I think. Wrestling wise, I saw moves from both of them that I never seen them pull off in matches before. So, um, I thought Seth might have injured himself for a minute. I thought he might have injured himself in the match, but
Doing the coast
looked
to
like he
coast.
avoided it.
Which part?
Yeah, doing the coast to coast. I call that the Shane McMahon. But
The coast to coast headbutt. We usually see a drop kick. This guy did a coast to coast headbutt.
yeah, that was crazy. Seeing them do their moves off the top rope, I thought was ill. You know what I'm saying? Cody doing his move off the top rope, and then Seth doing his off the top
Crossroads.
rope. I thought that was ill. The watch, I could have. Yeah,
Weak.
we could have skipped the watch part.
Come
We could have
on,
skipped
man.
that
Say
part,
it like
but
it is. That joint was weak. I thought that was such a weak ending to an otherwise dynamic match. The watch to the jibs. That was kind of corny to me, man. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, we could have skipped it. But you know, they doing storyline behind it. I get it. You know, but I feel like we ain't need it. We didn't need it. But overall, I thought I thought that was the match of the night. It had peaks and valleys and a lot of kickouts. You really didn't know who was going to win for a minute. So I'm glad they let Seth you know, get the victory. It was funny seeing Triple H put the belt on him. Seth is still being Seth. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was a funny moment for me. But to me, Cody losing that, he's still Cody at the end of the day. He's still the champion. So I don't think it does not anything to him losing to Seth. But if Seth would have lost, like,
It would have lost
damn,
everything.
Paul Heyman might have had them jump him out of the group that night. You know what I'm saying? So I think Seth definitely needed that victory, man.
E, what's your take?
It was a good match. Yeah, my issue, man. Yo, Cody with all these middle rope springboard, like he overdid it in this particular match, bro. And
Wait.
it pretty much ended up
How can he
the
overdo it,
springboard
man?
move.
Yeah,
I
this
mean, it
is
was
they
a few
going all
times.
out.
It was a few. it was a few times where I don't know if he missed his cue, but Steph was just standing there waiting for him to get to the rope to jump off the rope. So it's like he unnecessarily uses the middle rope for no reason. It could be four guys jumping Jey Uso. He comes in, he's beating him up, and then out of nowhere he'll just jump off the middle rope. It's not always necessary. That's like
That's his move.
it's like a pet peeve. I get it. Once is cool, but I mean he did it. I lost count after a while how many times and again it cost him because Seth caught him that last time. So but yeah, it was a good move, man. Match. My favorite part of the match, it wasn't even in the match when Seth was doing his best Roman Reigns impersonation, talking into the camera, and what he was saying was that he knew he can do it. I still see false confidence. And I think Paul Heyman's gonna see it too. Like, all right, you did this, cool, but I still don't think you believe. You know what I mean? Like I didn't believe his confidence because of how the match went. You had to use the Rolex. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely didn't beat him clean. So your confidence is still gonna be shaken no matter what because I know Cody's gonna come out. He's gonna call you out on that. So maybe Survivor Series will get another Cody Seth do over but I'm looking forward to that one. Whatever happens next between them, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Go ahead, Ari.
Oh no, I agree. I agree. Let's see what's next, man. You know, I don't know how many war game matches they're gonna have because it could be so many different options. So I'm more intrigued with that part to see what's gonna be the teams, who's gonna be on the teams. Are we gonna get enemies on one team, or are we gonna get the war games type of thing? So I'm intrigued by that.
I just feel that War Games, as much as I want to see Roman in War Games, it doesn't make sense for me for Roman to be in War Games because he proved last year that he doesn't like teaming up with anybody other than his family, and he's beefing with his family now. So, I mean, of course, we've seen where they could be beefing one week and best of friends the next week, but I don't know, and you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's very intriguing, like you said, Ari. It's intriguing to see who's gonna be in War Games. And I thought instead of the gold watch, the Rolex, because for the people who are not familiar, at WrestleMania 40, Cody gifted after WrestleMania 40, I say Cody gifted Seth Rollins a Rolex for helping him finally finish the story. He teamed up with him against The Rock and Roman. They lost that match, but Seth was the one who distracted Roman long enough for Seth to get the victory in that WrestleMania match. But I thought it was going to be a fourth member of the Division that was going to show their face and help him win the match. That's what I thought. Over the weekend, it was rumors that Austin Theory was, I was about to say Austin Fury. Austin Theory was gonna be the fourth member of the Division. I never saw that. That seems a little out of the blue. I don't know about Austin Theory joining the Division, but I just thought it was gonna be a fourth member, maybe even like LA Knight or something like that to give it a wild card. But you won, so we'll see. 8 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna be tuned in to You're gonna be tuning in to Raw, 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday. The women's match, it was the shortest match of the night as far as the women crown jewel match. Stephanie Valkyrie, she pinned Tiffy in the ring, clean, hit her with a beautiful corkscrew swanton for the victory. This woman is dominant. She's dominating in all facets. She's dominated NXT, 2 champions. She came up to Raw. She's already the women's champion. Now she's pinned the SmackDown women's champion. She's unstoppable. What do you think about this run by Stephanie?
I was happy for her. That was a good match. My second favorite match of the night, actually.
Really?
Again, yeah. Well, no, I take that back. I take that back. Because my second favorite match was Roman and Bronson, but I did appreciate Stephanie winning. Again, I like how they're putting the rocket on her back, and she's a star, and she doesn't have to speak English. She doesn't have to, be a caricature of herself. She just goes out there, puts on a good show, and let her wrestling speak for itself. And I like that about her. So congratulations to her, because they got full gear in Newark with the last week of November. Then they down here in Atlanta December 10th. So it's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting.
we gotta go. Yeah, we gotta
But
go to both of them joints. I'm gonna set it up so we could definitely do some interviews when they come too.
yeah,
I'm gonna see if we could do interviews in Jersey too.
okay. Yeah.
While we're waiting for Ari to come back, what did you think? Tag team match, Asuka, Kairi Sane against the home girl, Rhea Ripley. It was her birthday. She was in her hometown in Australia, and she teamed up with Io Sky. They were victorious. This has been a long gestating storyline where the Kabuki Warriors turned on Io. Io has embraced Rhea as her new family. Of course, the crowd was going crazy for the hometown hero and Rhea Ripley. Mommy, she got the victory. Mommy's on top. Io's on top. What's your thoughts on that match, E?
Uh, for me, it was a little bit of a letdown. I liked it, but I thought that could have been match of the night and still the show. But at times it looked like Oscar and Kyrie never worked together before. Um, it was the chemistry was a little off at times in the match. But overall, for the storyline purpose, I loved it. I love Io Sky anytime I get to see her. I love Ripley, Rhea. I love all four of them. Like, I but they can't do any wrong to me. Like, I just all four of them are great. So it was a really good match.
I felt that I was surprised to see how aggressive Kyrie was. You know, Kyrie has been like a reluctant heel and all of this, but she was enjoying it. She was smiling. She was beating the hell out of Io. She had a sinister smile on her face. She wasn't holding anything back. So I'm curious to see if we're gonna get the full heel turn. If she's not gonna be so squeamish and meek and mild now, and giving these baby slaps. But she was hitting Io and Rhea Ripley for real. She was into it. So we're gonna see how this progress, but this might shoot, this might have just been a one-off just for the PLE. Now it's probably Kabuki Warriors try to get the tag team belts, and Io and Rhea, they might be stepping up to Stephanie, which I would definitely embrace that. I want to see Io and Stephanie one more time, and of course Stephanie and Rhea. That'll be a dope matchup. Ari, I'm sorry. Before you got cut off, what was you saying?
Oh, speaking about the EO joint, so yeah, I could have did without the match. I'm not a big fan of Kyrie, man. I hear what E says. Every match I see Kyrie in, it feels either underwhelming or like some big botches happen in the match. So I'm not feeling the chemistry in the ring with her with anyone. Having said that, I would like to see Io and Oscar, in a one-on-one match and, have Kyrie in the background. I think Rhea should
That's
move
so.
on to Stephanie. I think that'll be dope. I think Rhea should get back in the title run. You know what I mean? So I think has been assisting the ladies division for a while, but I think she should be back in that title run. So if I get Io versus Asuka and then Rhea versus Stephanie, like, yeah, I think the division is on fire.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
dope. I like that take. I like that. The women been doing great. I just, hopefully, Bianca Belair comes back soon. She's been gone a little too long, but hopefully Bianca comes back and we get to that. We definitely get to that. Ari, tell us why you thought what do you think is gonna be the fallout from Seth beating Cody? You were saying it doesn't really hurt Cody, but how do you think it elevates Seth?
It'll elevate Seth's ego, which how many levels more can you get on Seth's ego? But I think that's about it until we start to see the crinkle that Paul Heyman does and has one of the bronze go for Seth's belt. You know what I'm saying? I think that can only be the next level of Paul Heyman kind of tinkering with Seth's mental, with saying, well, you beat Cody, and Braun is this and Braun is that. Like, why don't you just give them a title defense? You know what I'm saying? Just to prove that you're the best of the best. And we can see. I think
Diabolical.
Seth might actually turn. Yeah, I think Seth might actually turn as a good guy. I think Paul Heyman is set on his squad with the bronze. So I think he's going to start tweaking that. And keep in mind, even if Seth is out of the group, it's funny because it's called the Vision. Is it Seth's vision or is it Paul Heyman's vision? I think it's Paul Heyman's vision now. You know what I'm saying? So he still has Brock in the cut. He still got Brock in the cut. So I think Paul Heyman is going to start stirring some things up. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of seeing LA Knight fight Seth Rollins for the belt. So hopefully we get no more of that. Let LA Knight go for the IC belt versus Dom or something. But enough is enough, man. So I think that is the next step. Braun versus Seth for the belt.
Yeah, I want to see LA Knight go to SmackDown. It was cool.
TNA.
I think he had a cool run, but man, y'all trying to kick LA Knight out? God damn, man.
You mean Eli Drake?
Man,
Give that man some chance.
enough is enough. Well, who you want to see LA Knight fight? If you had to put LA Knight, if you were booking the match, at least LA Knight, who you having face?
Yeah.
I think it's time
Everybody
for LA
going.
Knight to go heel. That's been my stance the past few weeks. I think we seen him go as far as he could go as a face.
But go heel and
Obviously, the
face who?
company. I let him go against Punk. I think a heel LA Knight against Punk is good. I think a heel LA Knight against Jay is good. He has some unfinished issues with Jay. I don't think he needs to join the Vision. I just think he needs to be like this rogue villain, but he needs to cheat and he could be. I think we get LA Knight fed up. I think he's like, yo, I played to you suckers in the audience long enough. I'm tired of, trying to kiss y'all ass and play up to the crowd, and it hasn't gotten me a belt yet. I'm just tired of y'all, and just let him be this real cocky guy. Just, keep his same persona, but just turn it a little bit where he's just a little bit more sinister. And I think he has a lot of good feuds as a villain. And You know, he's funny. LA Knight is funny. I think he's gonna be a good bad guy talking that talk, and I think him and CM Punk have a nice little feud, which should give us a little breather for CM Punk and Seth and all of these guys. Cause I just feel like after War Games, I just think we should just have like one more month of these guys going against Seth, and then that's it. Seth got to find some new challenges after that. Maybe Seth and Dom and his Judgment Day against Division. I don't know, but I think after War Games, I want Seth to be done with Roman, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, LA Knight, and CM Punk. We got to get something fresh now. Maybe Gunther steps back up. I don't know.
Send LA Knight to NXT. I would like to see him fight Ethan Page, have a rivalry with Ethan Page.
I ain't mad at that.
Enough, man. Yeah, I like that.
I think that's dope. I think LA Knight and Ricky Starks, LA Knight and Ethan Page, really, really dope feuds to be had. But LA Knight got to turn bad and got to turn bad soon.
You know what it feels like with LA Knight? It feels like they never have creative for him, but he's good with the people in the back. So they be like, which feud do you want to insert yourself in this week? You want to be with Seth? You want like who do you want to feud? And then he just goes and creates a feud from that. So I wouldn't see LA Knight get into like a real, I don't want to say real storyline, but like something real, like something other than I deserve this title. Yeah. Like, just give me something else. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I deserve this title. Yeah. I've had 50,000
I agree.
chances. Yeah. So it's like, come on, man.
He never really has a finale match
I think
either.
his
Like
best
he kind
feud
of
was
just
with
has these.
Logan Paul. I think that was his best feud was with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they gotta bring some type of closure to LA Knight with these feuds, man. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Um, before we close out, wait, was that all the matches?
It was only 5, man, which is crazy enough. That's
Real
crazy.
quick.
Go ahead.
Brock and Cena. Brock and Cena was 8 minutes. Cena and AJ was 27 and a half minutes. It's a big difference, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? The quality of matches that it was a big difference. So shout out to that, man. They learned from that.
Yeah, you got to give Cena a little time to tell the stories in these matches, and it's a great it's a great hallmark. I don't think we're gonna see Cena again until November the 10th. So it's almost like a whole month before we see Cena again, which will be his very last time in Boston. So hopefully he fights. He's supposed to be in Boston for the last time. He's supposed to be in New York, MSG for the last time in consecutive weeks. Hopefully we get 2 matches and then he's going to Survivor Series, and then after Survivor Series, December 13th, Saturday Night Main Event. That's it. So 4 more matches. Me personally, I want to see him in with Dom. I think he deserves a chance to go for the Intercontinental belt. I think it's a shot in the dark, but I would like to see him with The Rock. I told you what happened last time when The Rock was here, when I spoke to The Rock, how he was dancing around the conversation. I want to see him with Gunther, and hopefully if Edge could come back. I know his contract's supposed to be up with AEW, or it's reported that it's supposed to be up. So yeah, but before we wrap up, just two things I want to get into. I got invited to see Chris Brown again. Went to the Chris Breezy show. Man, this guy is the Shawn Michaels 1996, 1995, 1996 of music. Just he's just the best at what he does, man. Like Chris Brown concert. If you get it, please. I think his tour is almost over, but when he goes on his next tour, go see it. He's the only R&B dude right now that's doing stadiums. Every second that he's on stage is magnificent. So big up to that. I caught the Peacemaker finale. It was cool. It wasn't everything that I was expecting, but I thought the season was good. I thought John Cena did a hell of a job with Peacemaker, and you know, hopefully they'll be back a season 3. I don't know, but yeah, man. So let's wrap it up. My brothers, Nick 816, E Will, Ari Spiff TV. Another great episode. We got some guests coming really soon. Not gonna let the cat out of the bag, but stay tuned. And E, what'd you think of that Mobb Deep album before we leave? You've been talking about it. What's your thoughts?
It's been the soundtrack the whole weekend. My favorite record on there is Gunfire, man. That
Gunfire.
Alchemist, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Just it's refreshing to hear Prodigy, man. Like it's certain people that I wish he was here because I want to hear his thoughts about what's going on in the world today. He's one of the people that prepped me for it with his verse from I Shot Ya remix. So, rest in peace, Prodigy. I'm a big fan. I met you a bunch of times, and he always greeted me like he knew me. He wasn't standoffish to me ever. And I was literally just a dude trying to get pictures of people holding Don Diva magazines. So and Havoc is one of the GOATs in producing, and he doesn't get talked about enough. His bars on this was great. Perfect combination with the clips. The joint with Big Noyd, just and if you know me and my taste in music, Biggie is my GOAT. That'll never change. But my favorite sound of music is Queens. I'm a
There we go.
Queens rap fanatic.
There we go.
So my hey,
Please
my
get the
favorite
money.
rap song of all time is Down with the King. So, that's Queens all day. So and that's literally my favorite rap song of all time. So shout out to Mobb Deep, man. It's a wonderful project. Um Man, I you know what I'm sticking to? I would have loved to hear Santana Fox on the song on there. Prodigy's daughter. I really thought she was gonna pop up on the
Mm.
album, but you know, all's well. Cause she's killing it too. So
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they got an album together. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if they put in a Santana and Prodigy album together. So you never know. But she can get on some remixes too. So I thought the album was magnificent.
yeah.
That and the new Mobb Deep Infinite album and um Clips, like God Saw Them Out. Those are my 2 favorite albums of the year, which is dope because it's 2 duos and all one
Yeah.
cohesive production. Clips is produced by one person, Pharrell, and Mob is produced by Alchemist and Havoc, but it sounds so cohesive. And Prodigy is just rapping on there like he just laid those verses last week. Like it's nothing stale, it's nothing out of date. It's
Yeah.
current as hell, it's futuristic, and he's just man, I just love Prodigy so much, and I love the whole mob and everything that they've brought to the table. Their legacy is amazing. So we gonna have Havoc on here soon, so we could tell him in person. But big up to everybody that's watching this. Nick 816, we love you, my brother. Spiff TV, wherever you are, we love you, my brother. Ari, we love you. E Will, it's all love. E Will, Ice Cube in town. We gotta go see Cube this week, man. Let's see if we can go see Cube. All
That
right.
sound good to me. Yeah.
Shaheem Reed, the Rap on Wrestling Podcast. We are out of here. Much love to everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.